Hey, my More brothers, back again. This is a pre-recorded, one of the rare ones I do nowadays. I think starting the first, I'm going to get more into doing more pre-recordeds and start doing my dark news a bit more. Also, there's a tons and tons and tons of, I should say, geopolitical, and political news or reactions I actually want to do to videos that I watch because I watch this stuff all the time and I could react probably. I probably could do a reaction video every hour, but I don't. The reason for this video, and hopefully it's not too long, is I understand that a lot of people in this space go one way or the other as far as political parties, Democrat, Republican, whatever, right? And had a lot of people that have a lot of animosity about local politics, which is why I don't do local politics very well. I really don't. Because it's almost like rooting for sports teams, which I, over the last 5 or 6 years, I really don't do anymore because I really don't watch sports as much as I used to because one, it's gotten to be too much about entertainment and selling TV time and tickets and less about the game. And also, after, hell, 50 years of watching this stuff on TV as a kid, as a youngster, as a kid, and becoming an old man, it's like the game is not what it used to be and not as interesting as it used to be. Hell, I get more entertainment from watching the WNBA drama, the soap opera, not the game itself, because the games themselves suck. Let's be honest. It's the soap opera that swirls around the WNBA that's probably more interesting. But I just want to talk about politics for a second. And everybody knows that I'm politically agnostic. All right? I am a structural realist, which is basically a black pill geopolitic person. Basically, it is what it is. I look at structures. I don't take sides. Sometimes I'm an amoralist as far as political outcomes are concerned. I'm a political amoralist. I don't care. I understand that systems and structures and outcomes and how you put together society probably matter more to me than some moral outcome that what people think that we should have, right? Because I'm just looking at over the past, let's say 10, 15 years, the morals have shifted so much that you can't tell what's what. When you got a man with a penis that can walk in and pee in a woman's bathroom and nobody says anything, then what little morals you have are gone. When you can have a law in California where a grown man can have sex with a 13-year-old boy and nobody says anything, but you can't even look at a 17-year-old girl cross-eyed without getting called in who's gal, that means the morals in this country are kaput. They don't mean anything. So that's like I am amoral as far as the political process now. So when I say this, people are going to get upset. When I say this, people are going to take umbrage. I told you guys almost 4 years ago that Trump should have been prosecuted and probably have gone to jail for insurrection. Up, down, sideways. I don't care what people say. He should have gone to jail for it, right? Should have gone to prison for it. But I knew they weren't going to put a sitting president into prison. I'm sure he got the same deal cut that Hillary Clinton got cut, which is do not run again and go live your life. Hillary heeded the call and she hasn't run again. Donald Trump, being who he is, ran again, and that's how come he ran this whole legal gauntlet. In fact, former Governor Cuomo said the same thing on, I think it was called Politically Incorrect, whatever he calls his show now, right? He said the exact same thing I'm saying. They politicize the justice system, the legal system, to slur Donald Trump's name, which didn't work, which I had a feeling it wouldn't work, is because everything you do to Donald Trump works the opposite. Even Donald Trump knows that. Everything you do to him is going to work the opposite way in the eyes of most people. So, he, by basically by you with all these trials and you try to politicize the legal process, all you did was give Donald Trump a free campaign for the most part. He's in the news every day, and people coming at him every day. He could run a press conference every day, and nobody had to pay him to campaign. You literally ran a whole campaign for Donald Trump in this process, right? And it didn't work. It backfired on you. Now, in my opinion, had Biden run a fairly even, I'm not saying perfect, even 4 years in his administration, I don't think that Donald Trump would have a chance. That's just me personally. The same way I don't think Donald Trump would have lost if it wasn't for COVID. Nobody's responsible for the Democrats or Biden's administration or this particular campaign except him. His own track record is doing him in, and that's exactly what Donald Trump went after during the debate. It is what it is. I knew it was coming. If you can't send the man to jail, you would have to put him in jail to stop him from running. And whatever things that you could have put him under that might have sent him to jail and couldn't quite do it, I wasn't in the room to make those decisions, so I don't know. But the stuff that you put out did not work at all. Everything backfired, including your best case that you thought you had, which was with Fannie Willis in Atlanta over, I think, was voting corruption or whatever it was. That's probably was your best case. That he didn't even come to trial for that because Fannie Willis and her group just blew up. Just blew up sky high, and this little weak case you put in New York was even worse. Blew up sky high. So now you have a stronger Trump that hasn't even campaigned sitting in the catbird seat. He won primaries just by the mere fact his name was in it. And then because you knew that Biden probably could not run effectively, you virtually eliminated any other backups you had for Democrats. So whatever agenda that you had for Biden, that you needed him to be reelected and you wanted to kind of eliminate the competition, guess what you just did? And this is what you're left with. Now, I haven't really said anything for the past 2 years because you guys know how sensitive you are. But at this point, everybody knows the game's up. Game's over. Because that display that he put on during the debate, now Trump was no wizard. Trump was not even Trump of Trump 4 years ago, or even 8 years ago when he ran in 2016. He's not that Trump, but he doesn't even have to be. Why? Because Biden is so bad. And there's no way you can get him amped up for another debate. So whatever you gave him when he did the State of the Union address, whatever you gave him, evidently can't give him again. And there's no way in hell, I believe, that you could have another debate with Trump and Biden. Because this was bad enough. And you're going to wait another couple of months and have another one to get an even bigger meltdown? Because in my opinion, this race is over. This race is over. You had people in Europe, leaders in Europe, depending on Biden to win this race and defeat Trump so you could keep NATO together. They're admitting that this race is over. The Democrats behind the scenes are admitting that this race is over. You can't pull anybody off the bench because there's nobody on the bench. You cleared out the whole bench. There's nobody there. It's just Biden and Trump. And like I say, Trump is no winner. Donald Trump is not the Donald Trump of old. But he's more than enough in this contest. So all you political pundits that's saying about Biden's policies or Biden's whatever, y'all can go kick rocks, man. Because if you guys are still on that Democratic presidential campaign stuff with this showing, What little respect I had for you before will be completely eliminated. What little respect I had for you before will be completely eliminated. There's no way that this guy or even these two guys can get on the world stage and say that this is the best that America has to offer. You can't. Is America a reflection of the two people that we have running for office right now? If it is, basically, we might as well go out in the front yard with our cigars and cognac, and as Aaron Clary says, enjoy the decline. Okay? There ain't no coming back from this. I'm going to say it. Y'all will just have to get pissed off about it because it's true. I am embarrassed. I am embarrassed by the Democrats. I am embarrassed by this political process. Are you guys freaking kidding me? This debate that we just saw of two old guys that probably shouldn't be running at all. This is the best that we have. We have a severely diminished Trump and even more severely diminished Joe Biden. There is no way around this. Now, he's not even to the election. It's not even November yet. We're still 5 months out, 4 months out? There's no way he can campaign. There's no way he can go through the stretch drive and survive this experience. There's no way he can do it. And with the showing that he just had with the debate, he's going to have to campaign. He's going to have to show his face. He's going to have to show some energy that he doesn't have. So in my opinion, this race is over already. I had an inkling it was over a year ago when I looked at the polls. I had an inkling it was over really when Trump actually won the primaries without running. Trump won the freaking primaries without running. That's how bad this process is. Trump didn't have to campaign. He was in court and won the freaking primary. And this is the best that America can produce as far as political leaders on both sides. I'm not talking about Trump himself, on both sides. Shout out to him. Shout out to him for having the audacity to go through this process and believing that he can win. And guess what? He probably will. So shout out to Trump. I am so disappointed in this process. I am so disappointed in this country. I really am. Country that I grew up in, was raised by, was nurtured by, even through the freaking racism, a country that I still love. And this is what it's come to. America was never perfect. Never perfect. Slavery, racism, Jim Crow, imperialism, all this kind of stuff was never perfect, but it was never this. Y'all got to do something. What you guys got to do, what stops you have to pull out, you guys have to plug up these holes, and you got to right this ship and do business. This is not Saturday Night Live, even though I know that the debate will be on Saturday Night Live with Joe and Donald going back and forth. And they may not because they're so embarrassed. But as far as politics is concerned, as far as it's going back and forth between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, y'all can kick rocks. After this display, y'all can kick rocks. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear this cheering and this fanboying on either side anymore. I don't want to hear it. This was ugly. This was embarrassing. And the powers that be that guide this country, both political and monetarily, need to do something. America is better than this. I know it is. We got much smarter people than this. I know we do. Hell, get AOC off the bench. I know she's not ready to be president, but hell, stick her out there. Donald Trump didn't know what the hell he was doing for the first 2 years either. She can't be any worse. Y'all need to do something. And the manosphere, this cheering going back and forth, y'all need to kick rocks and actually start being serious about what you're talking about. Because for the past 2 years, all I've heard is bullshit coming out of your mouths. About a freaking HBCU and some kind of Pell Grants. Get the entire freak out of here. We got the whole world blowing up in front of our faces, man. You have this whole world economy dismantling itself. And the shocks are coming through the United States left and right. Hell, you got a whole commercial real estate sector collapsing in front of our eyes. And this is all you can say is about a freaking Pale Grants. Are you all right? Before I get in trouble, because I'm already really pretty close to the line. I know. I hate. Don't come for me. I already know. I know where the electric fence is, and I'm pretty close to it right now. But I know you hear me, and I know you guys monitor me. Y'all need to fix this. Y'all need to fix this. You mess with me for nothing, but y'all need to fix this. Because this is not America, and I know you guys that are behind the scenes are better than this. But that's all I'm going to say for right now, at least publicly. Anyhow, this is BGS out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.